Hey everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. There's a famous Spider-Man quote that everyone knows by heart: with great power comes great responsibility. This resonates with today's saint, the daughter of King William the Conqueror. Adela was blessed with riches beyond our wildest dreams, and even would go on to govern entire nations. But what she did with that power and authority is what made her into the saint we know her as today. Adela was born in 1067 and wasn't in line for the throne, but her birth gave her noble rights and ensured her a powerful marriage later in life. Until then, she devoted her time to studies, learning multiple languages, and diving head-on into her Christian faith. She became an intellectual, pious princess who was destined for greatness. At the age of 15, she was wed to Stephen III of Blois and was now the wife of one of the richest men in all of Europe. Still at the core of who she was, Adela never forgot who she desired to serve, her Lord and God. With her husband's influence and wealth, she was able to fund abbeys and churches wherever they were needed. She also helped the arts flourish, contributing to much of the spread and development of culture throughout the time period. Adela also provided ecclesiastical counsel with the standing bishop of Le Mans. Then, it came time for the Crusades in 1095. She would come to be known as the Heroine of the First Crusades. She oversaw the politics of her husband's estate in his absence over the next 4 years, while he fought for the recapturing of the Holy Lands. Feeling a sense of defeat, Stephen returned home for a short period, where Adela strongly encouraged him to uphold his promise to the Pope that he would lead the charge. He eventually rejoined the fight, only to be slain in battle in 1101. Adela became regent following her husband's death until her eldest son, Theobald, was old enough to rule. Thankfully, she had already been overseeing these duties while her husband was away, and so she continued to rule the people with grace and devotion, desiring nothing more than what was best for them. When Theobald was of age to take the throne, Adela retired as a nun at Marsigny Convent until her death in 1137. She was drawn to their Benedictine practice and was overjoyed to live to see the day when her youngest son was appointed Bishop of Winchester. Many of the churches and abbeys who were supported by Adela continued to tell of her legacy and generosity, resulting in her call for canonization. We see way too often the corruption of power and wealth in our world. It seems like the more material wealth we obtain, the easier it is to fall into the desire for even more. As we can see through St. Adela, this thankfully isn't always the case. True power comes from the ability to conquer what can easily conquer us. Take a look at your own earthly wealth. Do you control your own finances and influence, or do they control you? Let us call on saints like Adela for the strength to use our power for good. Saint Adela of Blois, pray for us.
Thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Saint. Awaken the Saint is made in partnership by Spoke Street Media and Awaken Catholic.